Alright guys, so today I'm with my cousin, Kenley. It's the first time you're gonna see him. He's gonna help me put my bumper on, finally. You guys know I don't have my bumper on, as you can see. So yeah, I'm gonna put the bumper on. The reason I didn't have it on is because it rained the day we painted the car. The day we painted the car, it rained. So, in order for me to drive around, I had to have my headlights on. I had to take the bumper off because I didn't have the headlights on when we painted, because I didn't feel like taping it. So, took the bumper off, put the headlights on. But since it was freshly painted, putting the bumper back on would be too abrasive and it would probably mess up the paint. So that's why we left it off. And now we're gonna put it back on. Yeah. Rewind, because that's confusing. Alright guys, so while he's sanding his headlights, I'm gonna try to put my bumper back on by myself. The right way finally, because the car's painted. For the bumper, paint job was crap. So there's parts of the bumper that that aren't painted, like the bottom, because he didn't double check. But it's fine, it was a budget paint job. This is not my final color. I like the black, but the mixer gave me the wrong black in the first place. So it was supposed to be more flat. It was supposed to be satin black. This is sheen. It's like if you were to mix satin and gloss. It's not fully gloss, it's not fully satin, but it's in between. I would rather had between matte and satin, if you get the look I was going for. So this isn't the final color. I read on some forums that you can wet sand and buff it when it's one stage paint, and it'll come out more dull. So maybe I'll do that. I'll do a test panel one day, but as for now, I gotta focus on just pushing these videos out and getting out my other projects that I wanna do. This page is not all about, my Mercedes. So I'm gonna put the bumper back on, and yeah. Alright guys, so before I put the bumper on, there's some things I gotta do. So I gotta open the hood, like you see, and then, so here's what I'm doing. So you see these pieces, those are my two fog lights. They are wrapped in Neo Pink, provided by Dragon Laminates. No, they're not sponsoring me, and these are my actual meshes. So we have this fog mesh and this fog mesh, along with the center mesh, which actually blocks the intercooler. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually not going to put on the center mesh. So no center mesh for more airflow, even though it's like barely anything, but just so the intercooler could look cool, I guess. Not only look cool, but actually be cool. So we're not putting on the center mesh. So the center mesh will not be on again. We're only putting on the two fog meshes, so the fog lights actually look round. And that'll be it. So alright guys, first things first, I'm gonna snap on the fog light trims. And then from the fog light trims, I have to put the actual bumper trim, which I didn't show. I don't have side marker lights. I gotta get some. I'm gonna get clear ones eventually, but I'm gonna put the bumper trim. It goes right here. And then fog light trims. And then I'll put the bumper on. Also, I gotta mount the actual fog lights. Alright, so I got the fog light trim on. It's really just, you just shimmy it in, and then you see where the actual plastic clamps are, and it just slides right in. You push it in, it snaps. There's really no tutorial other than, use a flathead if you need to when it comes to removing. So that's the difference. That's how the Mercedes get the round view on the fogs. It's just the way it's cut out. It's not the actual light that's round, as you can see. Basically just blocks off the rest of the shape. So now it's looking more like a Benz. It's not as ruined as before. So next is, I'm just gonna put the bumper trim on first, and then we'll put on the fogs. Alright guys, so bumper trim is on. So bumper trim is on. Looking better, right? Okay, so next is mounting these guys. Now one of these guys I actually zip tied because I just couldn't get a certain screw to lock on. So here's the zip tie I have for it. I know it sucks. I can't find my kit lens, so I zip tied the mount for it. It works. It's been running like that for a few months. Well, for a long time. Sorry I only got this lens because I don't know where my kit lens is. So, yeah. Alright guys, I hope you can hear me. There's like lawn stuff going on, but... Alright, so here I'm fixing the fog lights before I put them on. So what I'm gonna do, since the Dragon laminates, I did not cut them like perfect, and I have like this paranoia where they're gonna come off. They're pretty on there tight. It's been like that for like a year and a half, but I'm gonna seal it up with some rubber tape. Not electric tape. They look the same, but it's rubber tape. I'm just gonna seal up the edge so you don't see any clear, and it's gonna like, I'm gonna try to like line it up so it looks like there's a clean crease on the exact edge. So I'm just gonna do that on the fog light with this tape. So the laminate could come out slightly better, I guess, in my eye. Plus to solve my paranoia. So another good thing about sealing it with rubber tape is that, like, let's say there's a splash or something, or you hit this mean puddle like I always do living in South Florida. This rubber tape will help seal like minor crevices where water could seep in, because once water seeps in and it starts dripping down, you know, that small bubble will become big and it ruins the whole laminate. So that's part of the paranoia that I have, so that's why I put the rubber tape. Here I already put one layer, and to me it's already like 10 times better. Here we go guys, so here I just sealed it up roughly. I mean, there's some dings. I'll clean it off with some degreaser and a microfiber, but other than that, it's pretty dope, man. It's sealed up cleanly. So if I happen to submerge, you know, I'll be more protected. And the reason you use rubber tape, not electrical tape, because electrical tape is electrical tape and rubber tape sticks better because it's just rubber tape. It's not meant to like conduct electricity or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same exact process on the other light, and then I'll show you video once both are already mounted on the bumper. Alright guys, so here's the old one. This one I did with electrical tape because that's all I had at the time, but you can see what happens after a while. The electrical tape starts peeling up. It works, but just not as clean. Like, look at that edge. Due to the bumper mesh, you won't ever see that edge. But to me, I don't know, it's just a, you know, sometimes you gotta be cynical about things. Alright guys, I went ahead and put the bumper on. This is it on with the lights. The fogs are in. There goes the intercooler. That's about it. So I gotta leave. I gotta go do other stuff, but so we got the lights on, we put the bumper on the right way, almost the right way. There's some brackets that aren't straight, but as for keeping it on, it's secure. So I'm happy with that, it's fine, I don't mind. The car's been hit and run 3 times, so I don't think it's ever gonna fit perfect, but it fits good. So besides that, that's about it for the rest of the day. That's about it. More car stuff.